I don't know how long our church has been supporting them, but they've been working in India since 1971. And their mission is expanded all over the place. They're doing television ministry now and church planting and all kinds of things. You know, Safa, this is a contemporary guy to Lynn Card. They went to college together in Cincinnati, supporting him in Egypt. This is what we just did. We helped them in the last 2 or 3 years with extra mission support through the giving that we have to build a Bible college. I can't remember offhand if it's in Alexandria or Cairo or somewhere in between, but this is it, and that's Safa up there in the corner, and they still need provisions for this as far as tables, chairs, and furniture and things, but there's the building that they started about 1.5 years, maybe 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago now, and it's up and running. Also support International Disaster Emergency Services. This is Randy Jones. He married a New York girl, one of the Bacchus kids over in Rochester. And this is providing help when there was a tsunami and tornadoes and stuff here domestically and also many places overseas. This is not Tim and Erin McSavney, but rather their kids. Tim grew up in the church here. They're serving Pioneer Bible Translators in Tanzania. And just starting, I don't know if we communicated this well enough or not, but they're just starting. Tim is on the very groundwork of going into a tribe that has nothing. He's doing all the research, all the demographics, all the ground laying for translating a very new Bible to a new tribe that nobody's ever even tried to give them a written language before. You know, Jameson also grew up, part of his growing up years here in our church in Zimbabwe. We'll say more about him later. Yalakim Churian in Chiang Mai, Thailand, has just got so many things going on, not only in Thailand, but across the border in China. Team Expansion is all over the world. We supported Doug and Penny Lucas all these years. We had a chance to meet with him. We had Thea and I participated in a live, what do you call it? A global prayer cast, where we prayed live and people heard it around the world, and we were just they gave us a country and a people group to pray for, and they described them to us. And then we were in line with everybody else, and there was about maybe 200 or 300 people there, and we prayed all together in succession. Wendy West also grew up here in our church, and she is, I think, the human resources person at New Mission Systems International. She has her fingers in many, many missions all around the world. And of course, our work in southern Ukraine, we're supporting Sasha and Marina Velikorodny in 5 churches. He's pastoring, has been doing that all these years. Even before we ever started supporting him, he was doing it as God gave him time and ability to do that. And you probably know in Ukraine there's a crisis going on there, and we just need to continue to pray that God would bring peace. We also started last summer, a year ago, last summer, Zhenya and Luda Tehran, Eastern Ukraine, new church work. They're starting there. When we were there, we had their first church service in a big tent, and now they have a building, and they have about 40 people. Some of those are women and children refugees that have fled the war in eastern Ukraine because their houses were blown to smithereens and they have no place to live. So he's taking everything that he can to help these people out. You know, Derek and Beth Cooper, we're supporting them at Cornerstone downtown and inner city ministry. Winnie, some of you support monthly, some of her kids in Kampala, Uganda. And of course, Johnson Bible College. There's about 20 students or so here. By the way, Matt is not going to be on the camp team at Johnson. No. He told me to keep that a secret, so anyway, I'm not telling you. Anyway, there's about 20 students from our church that have gone to Johnson over the years, and we're proud of what they're doing. Mountain View Christian Camp, we support that, not only by sending kids, but also by supporting it monthly. And also our summer mission trip, which is not necessarily part of the weekly or monthly support that we give, but obviously we couldn't even go if it weren't for the above and beyond gifts that are given to help us to go. This is the last time that we went to Ukraine, and this is us at the Dnieper River camp. And I'll talk more about that, but I just want to thank you for trusting the Lord and for being faithful. And I know that it's sometimes it seems like it's a sacrifice for us to do these things, but just think about that. Is there anything that you could ever sacrifice to the Lord, to His work, that would make you homeless or destitute? No, not a thing. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. Let's read this. Just follow along on the bulletin there with me if you would.